Hey everybody, welcome to Steel Wars. I am Steel Saunders, that's framed very poorly in the camera, and I do love Star Wars. And oh my god, we're here in the Tokyo Dojo.
This is E Honda's stage from Street Fighter.
That is some sweet action, Hawes.
I'm gonna jump in the tub after we do that.
If you ever get a chance to get into one of those Japanese tubs, an outdoor, I did one like an hour out of Tokyo, and an exquisite experience.
Right on. I'll definitely add it to the list. Hey, so some of those
particularly good if you're interested in elderly Japanese genitals.
Not
because the bros had no shame. They would just cruise on past.
So, from what I understand, I may not be able to go to one of those places because I have tattoos.
Say again?
I may not be able to go to one of those places because I have tattoos.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of Japanese bathhouses won't let you in if you have tattoos.
God. You've been seeing it with a notorious street fighting underground location. So
yeah, this one's a private one though. You know, it's not open to the public. E Honda gave me the special invite.
So very good, the Street Fighter interlude. So hey to everyone that's chatting away on YouTube. Well, also, I didn't ask you about this, Hawes. I should have. I feel like I've violated your privacy or privacy. But we're also somehow streaming on Instagram at this time.
Oh, okay, that's
I think
cool.
I think it disappears at the end or only goes for an hour. I have no idea, but it was an option.
Well, sounds cool to me.
We're also on Twitter.
Live on Twitter, sweet. We're everywhere.
I haven't updated my one app on my phone, so I've still got Twitter.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I woke up one morning and it updated on its own.
I don't let them update on their own, and it's paid off. 20 years of not doing it.
Yeah,
finally,
look at you. Finally,
I still got the bird. Hey, so we're going to run through the latest in Star Wars news and rumors.
Okay,
but this is a funny little thing. My friend, one of my stand-up buddies, Mick Nevin, right? He's a pretty hardcore touring comic. He's everywhere, and he sent me two pictures of some carded Princess Leia Hasbro 2-packs.
Okay,
like Power of the Force 2 days.
Oh, okay. All right, now I'm interested.
So it's like Leia, and she had soft garments with ceremonial Luke, and I can't remember. There was one. I think the other one was with R2, but I can't remember what she was dressed as. But either way, he sends me these pictures, and he goes, "Oh, these worth anything?" And I'm like, "Oh, like $5 to $20,
right."
Like, he's like, "Oh, I thought it would have been a big score," but do you get messages like that from people where it's like, and it's just the most generic? It's like a Force Awakens Poe Dameron or something.
It'll be like somebody will send me a post on Facebook Marketplace, and they're like, "Look at all this Star Wars stuff. Do you need any of this?" And all Phantom Menace, and the power of the Force before Phantom Menace.
Just butting in with some editorial Hawes. Hawes has just moved into a new house, and he's setting up all his stuff. So I get a lot of photos of like previews. This brew doesn't need any more of nothing.
No, man, not a bit, not a bit. I'm literally, I have to start doing calculations to see how much wall space I have left.
We're going to need a bigger house.
That's it. Man, yeah, I've been framing like a madman. We were comparing framing notes a few days ago, too.
Ah, so do you actually cut the masks?
Mhm.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Yeah, listen, buddy. I was in art school for like 3 years. I had to put it to good use eventually.
Is it hard?
To cut those mats,
Yeah.
it kind of depends, like, on how complicated the cut is. For like an 18 by 24 poster, I can knock that out super fast because a lot of the stuff I have is 18 by 24.
Are you normally a like good with your hands? Are you a fumbly person, or are you pretty on point?
I can get a little. I got a little bit of shaky hands going on, but I'm pretty good when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm a bit too rough for such intricacies.
You just got to have the right tools. I have like a mat cutter and stuff. Makes it
That's
really
right.
easy.
It's my tools' fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
my tools' fault. I chipped my new coffee pot the other day.
Exactly.
It's my hands. Clumsy oaf. Very sad. Um, so let's pipe in with the chat before we get going. Got Billy Davis. There's a lot of Ewing. Emily Lind. Emily Lind, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did this Twitter post today, and it was of some Dune 2 marketing. And it's got a big, like, because LA, there's street posters everywhere. So it's like every construction site's a billboard. It's I love it. It's how I engage in the culture, in popular culture. It's like reading a magazine as you're stuck in traffic.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm sick of character posters. Like I think cartoons got it going when they'd have the stunt casting, like.
Right.
But then now all shows and all this, it's just like paint by numbers. It's just these, like
Chest
I even
up, head. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, and it's just like Eric so and so as Xandar, and it's like, what does that do for me? Show some scene, show some emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? That's what's going to get me buying a ticket. But anyway, so the Dune ones have the big Dune 2 in the background, but then scenes. Like there's a fight between the main guy, Willy Wonka, and the big other guy, like a big final battle. Obviously, I don't follow the franchise too closely. And then there's Zendaya, and Willy Wonka. So it's like, it tells me something. And so I post, I'm going to go see Dune opening weekend just out of thanks that they're not doing character poster marketing. Like within 5 seconds, reply Emily Lind, and she sends me all this character poster Dune 2 marketing that she's somehow got on file.
Yeah, she was waiting. She was waiting. Have you seen those Dune 2 popcorn buckets?
Oh,
Gnarly.
good use of the license.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to forget about it, but that's. We'll talk about later on the Phantom Menace coming out at cinemas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going to get people. That's what butts in seats. You do some sweet like item
Promotion. Yep.
like add to the fun, and also gouge us.
Mm-hmm. I'm going regardless, but that double gets me going.
And Hawes, as we've established, does not need anything.
Mm-mm.
Give him something to need.
They need to do a Chiati Mundi popcorn bucket.
What's this? What about Turbo says, what about a De La Soul reference? What does that mean?
I'm not sure. I don't know that it would have been me that made a De La Soul. Did you make a De La Soul reference earlier?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
This is a common thing with people. If you look to the chat comment, Emily Lind, I just like Steel to be wrong. What is it with my personality that brings that out in people?
I don't know, buddy. I don't have an answer for that one, buddy.
You seem immune to it though.
What, wanting you to be wrong?
No. Like you're just a positive, like Emily Lynn's like someone that would enjoy seeing me like clip on a sidewalk thing. You do that like a half trip.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah. My
I'll take
wife's
your word
like
for it.
that. She laughs very hard. So
Maybe it's because I'm always wrong. And people are like, well, of course he's wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's the difference.
yeah, I think people look to you to find what's right, Horse. Apparently, the De La Soul reference was an in-chat reference. So,
Okay.
yeah. I don't want to get all Sith list and go on about conversations that the listeners can't read. So,
Oh, I gotcha. Shots fired.
you're right. All right, let's get Carl Weathers, R.I.P.
Oh. What a dude.
What a legend and a dude.
Mm-hmm. I rewatched the first 3 Rocky movies in the last few days, and what a good time.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
You're such an algorithmic viewer, Hawes. You just...
I'm easy to read.
That third one.
Real good. Real good. I think it's the best one.
Because that's a pro wrestling trope, and just a trope in anything. In classic storytelling. It's the ex-rival joined up.
Running on the beach. It's a good time.
Sorry, these headphones are not sitting right with me at all. Slow motion beach action and just the charisma.
Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, it's the thrill of the fight.
Yeah, it seems so sudden with him too, like it sucks. It's a bummer.
Devesh in the chat brings up Arrested Development. He's having a he was just watching it prior. So I feel bad he's watching us.
Right.
Dude, he might have the eyes of death.
Couple more.
Shut your eyes.
A soup.
But the fact that he was like, like this action macho star and like in Predator and all that, and then he went on Arrested Development as himself, and just did this like out there parody of like the fact that he did that. I remember just like going, he must be so cool to like get the joke so hard.
Yeah, and like he was also in some of those Adam Sandler movies, which were really good in. Like he had to go from being like Apollo Creed and Predator into like more comedic stuff. Like that's pretty impressive, and like each thing is equally as good. You know what I mean?
But I sort of think that no one else no one else could have done that role like that, because he'd built up his brand in the 80s of being like such a serious hard guy that he sort of got to like when he did the comedic stuff, if he didn't have that like that prior cachet, it wouldn't be as funny.
Exactly.
But it was just so. But yeah, all that stuff about you got yourself a stew, like that is just banging.
So good.
And
him at Celebration in Chicago, man, when at the first Mandalorian panel, electric.
That was another thing as well, where it was like, I just give the people what they want. Like I hadn't considered for a second that he was going to come out as Apollo Creed.
Right? I don't think anybody did. I don't know that Lucasfilm did.
But then when he did, I was just like, yes!
Yeah, it was so good.
Oh, dude. That was dope. And like he just fits so well into the tone of Mandalorian with the like just bringing back that sort of 80s like sort of pulpy action. And even when I was not digging the episode and stuff, like just the like he just delivered stuff so like just like give
On
me a
brand.
bad. Well, he just made it good. It was just
Mhm.
enjoyable sort of thing, like to watch because he just had that charisma or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Banger. And I know you played on the podcast Blue Harvest, my little interview with him.
Yep.
And man, he just seemed like such a good guy. Like
I know, man.
because
you gotta figure that guy's talking to dozens of people that day, and to like take that moment to connect in that way, it's like, I've definitely seen interviews with people that aren't as cool. Not from I'm not saying anything you've done, but watching interviews in the past, you've seen people not be as cool in those situations.
the but that line that we talked about, which is the you might even find he'll look after you. What? Oh, just donk. So yeah, let's R.I.P. to a real one.
Mm-hmm.
The and then you've got like it's just a bummer that like his character is dope as well, and now it's sort of like because as I said, every scene he's in's good.
Right. Yeah.
So then I had guaranteed good scenes.
I know. Like, do you remember, like the change in his character, over those 3 seasons is really well done. That's one of the better sort of continuing storylines, I think. Because, like, remember when he sneaks onto Mando's ship when Mando and Grogu are trying to escape, and he thinks he has him, and Mando shoots him, and he's got the Beskar in his shirt and stuff like that. It was, man, what a good character. What a good dude.
It's such a good gradual face turn. And he the character rose to his new opportunities, sort of thing. Is that wicket thing super crooked in the background? That's driving me insane.
Oh, the skate deck is a little crooked. I didn't notice it until you just mentioned it, though. Bang, perfect.
Oh, because that's what I do in the shop. Like I get photos of it and freak.
Right.
Like, can you just move this a little bit? So, especially after I get back from Australia, because I'm fresh in the rearranging mode. I get home and I'm like, I was complaining to you, the spoons were in the wrong thing in the kitchen drawer.
I had to do some rearranging. I get it.
It's some of us have got real big problems, Hawes.
Yeah, man. Building shelves, framing, rearranging, putting the spoons back in the right place. Lot going on.
Bloody hell. But Andor wraps.
That's exciting.
I don't know, it's daunting. It's got to be that good again.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I honestly thought they were done. So it didn't seem like they had a ton to do. Like a week or two, was it? Something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know if maybe because they were going a little bit like
Past.
through the writers' strikes and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe then they use the extra time to like, let's redo that maybe.
Could be, yeah.
Because I think, couldn't Gilroy not do stuff? Like there was like a thing where, because he's got 3 jobs or something, he's like...
Yeah, it's kind of complicated, but I remember him not being able to be as involved as he normally would be.
So when's that meant to be? 2020
next year, I guess.
5?
Yeah. It was going to be this year. And honestly, it feels like if they wrapped so early this year, they probably could have gotten it out this year, but they might just be wanting to spread everything out,
Yeah, I think at the end it's not, they're not rushing. Do you know what I mean? They want to, like, now more than ever, Hawes, because streaming's dead now. So they After Bob told us streaming was the future, it's well, we're past the future now, and now
Beyond the future.
we're in the present,
Mm-hmm.
which is the most frightening future of them all. But yeah, I think they're going to be pretty happy with their 2 live actions a year.
Yeah, that kind of seems like it would shake out. It does seem like things are going to get spread out a little more because they're also not going to be producing as much content for the streaming service as well, right?
Yeah.
Where's Droid Tales, Steel?
Droids don't have tails. I'm not sure
Apparently
if you've noticed
not.
that. R2D2, no tail. C3PO, no tail. Gonk droid, not a tail. I don't know, man. Like, it's evaporated. But maybe we just touch on that for now. So what's the end deal with the Mandalorian and Grogu? That's what the film's called, yeah. And I was in a Facebook discussion. I very rarely get into one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'll just see a post and I'll just like, shh. But the person was making the point of Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
The movie title. And it was like, oh, if you like this, why are you complaining about the Mandalorian and Grogu? Because it's the same thing. It's just like, who's in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
And I commented, which they were very shocked by, was like, I thought Deadpool and Wolverine was on purpose a bad title. Like, I just thought it was just meta, just saying, this is what, like, this is the main thing you need to know.
Right.
Have you seen the trailer for it?
Oh yeah, that's the only thing I watched from that and the Planet of the Apes trailer. That's all.
Yeah.
I thought it looked pretty sick. I really liked the X-Men, and there was a lot of X-Men stuff going on in there, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it's getting me an opening weekend.
Yeah, I think I'll probably
just because it looked like fun to like hear people laugh at and stuff. Although I don't think I liked the second one that much.
It wasn't very good.
Oh, okay, good. I did it again. I've got my Shill sweater on today.
Nice. That's a nice sweater.
It's not bad. But I still, even though I've got it on, I've still got varying opinions. So I've got another. It's so cold, like for LA here. But the other thing is, it's. Don't lean back like this guy doesn't know cold. I don't know cold, Hawes.
Oh no, that wasn't leaning back. I was just getting comfy to listen to you.
But the houses here aren't built for the cold.
Not
do you know what I mean?
Insulation and stuff.
Yeah, like so our windows are all those slat windows that can like they're all like 8 different bits of glass. So it's never airtight.
Right. So cold gets in and stuff.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is I've got 2 hoodies on. So the Lucasfilm one isn't touching my skin directly. So it's not affecting.
Oh, I see. Well, I think it might just be that you're a psyop, right?
What the hell's a psyop?
I don't know, man. I see people using it on the internet, but I think Lucasfilm hired you to be a little critical, and then when the new stuff starts hitting, you start being real excited again, and then everybody's like, look, they turned it around. It must be great. You're a psyop.
There's one way for them to do that. There's 2 ways.
Just 2? Okay, what are the 2 ways?
Well, they just make banging stuff that suits me perfectly.
Fair enough.
Or I become a psyop.
So, Lucasfilm, if you're listening, get out the checkbook and he's along for the ride.
I have to be honest. This is very controversial, Hawes. But like, what a sick job.
Right? Oh, not controversial in my opinion, Steele. Pay me to talk positively about Star Wars.
Yeah, like so I can't rule it out.
Right. No. Well, I mean, for me, it's probably not super in the realm of possibility, but you should certainly not rule it out.
Like to be honest, I really think it would be a waste of marketing dollars. Even though it went in the Black Ops, they've just got that that Lucius department of it's probably called LucasArts or something. I did like in the Super Bowl ad, the Disney Plus one said where stories live forever. So I reposted it with a Willow.
No, they did not do that.
Yes.
All right. It's been nice. I'll talk to you guys later. So that's the Warwick Davis.
Yeah. It's not the biggest of deals. You have to know a fair bit to get the irony. So
yeah, but that's oof.
It's funny though. If you like to nitpick.
It is funny.
Oh,
it is
gold.
Funny.
Do you know people have watched Bad Batch?
I saw that. So I was waiting. Maybe I was waiting at the frame shop. I was going through.
Oh wait, sorry. I've just seen this. Tom Chansky, I leaned back when I talked about how I know cold or something.
I was looking through social media and I saw people talking about having seen like the first 8 episodes or something. It seemed pretty positive. And I also saw somebody saying that it was a really good idea for them to do 3 episodes for the premiere. So I wonder what that's all about.
Do you know what it normally means?
That the first couple are slow.
Like how can it mean anything than that?
I don't know, man. Maybe something cool happens at the end of the second one that you want to see the next one immediately. Or maybe it's slow. I don't know.
I do find the cartoons like in the end more rewarding to watch in like a thing like that. 8 would that would tire me out. But like to watch 3 at once, which is I guess is what's happening. Actually, I reckon I could just go 1.
Yeah, hey,
I'll watch all 3. I'll watch all 3. But to be honest, like for my schedule, let's give us 1 a week. Controversial.
Honestly, I like Star Wars season, so if that means it would get stretched out further, I'd be down with 1 a week. It makes it fun, something to look forward to every week.
The moment of anticipation.
Exactly.
Do you know that quote?
Of course I do. Rocky Horror.
Right? Rocky Horror?
Isn't that Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Oh, dude. And it could be if I just didn't get it.
If I was completely wrong.
No. That'd be good, but cold. No, what I was going to say, it could be if I just didn't know a Simpsons thing was a reference to something else. And I've just taken that as the first version.
The origin of the bit?
Yeah. It's when the French guy, the bowler, is getting ready to go on his bowling date with Marge. Very early episode.
It is a very early episode. Like season 2?
It's got to be in the first 2, I'd say.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I'd say like the first 4 seasons of Simpsons, I've seen a ton because they would run them in reruns when I was a kid a lot. So it's somewhere in that range. I think it is earlier.
I did notice in all the very positive Bad Batch 3 posts, Aubrey says to buckle up, Hawes.
Okay.
That she might be having a go at your wheelchairling abilities.
You think so?
Everything about the internet
leads me to believe maybe.
Everything about the internet's always about you. Okay, that's the one thing every internet user should know.
I don't think that's a healthy way to approach it, buddy.
It's the only way I know.
You got it. Got it.
Buckle up for the Bad Batch Season 3 in a dark twist and some action-packed storytelling. This heart-filled show picks up where we left off with gusto. How long does she spend composing this tweet? This is
I think she probably just fired that off the top of her head. I don't even know if it was composed. Just stream of consciousness.
That is very
Professional sounding.
Yes, she's got a huge career in copy editing. Is that what it's called? I just heard it on TV shows.
Maybe her and Corey are a psyop.
Corey.
Corey was a psyop because he would call and tell you, "Hey, Steele, I'm a psyop. Don't tell anybody."
I feel like Corey was a psyop and he was an agent gone rogue, and then they they had to send out.
Oh yeah.
Is that
It was
every
like a Born Identity movie?
Yeah, or half the Mission Impossibles.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a bit of that latest one.
How was it?
It was just so ludicrous. Like, they were just doing this scene where they're in this nightclub and they're all revealing themselves of like, I'm with this person, but I'm with this person. And then this like AI thing reveals itself to be the leader. Spoiler alert. And it's just ridiculous. It's just so convolutedly like, you've done too much. This is 8 too many impossible missions.
Man, that franchise has been going for a second too.
But then I saw a little bit of a train and this thing, they were running off this train that was falling off. Dazzling.
Oh, really? Yeah. Isn't that kind of what people go to see is like, oh, is this the one where Tom Cruise is going to kill himself doing a stunt?
You bring up an excellent point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jackie will get like just manic about something, like manically hyped.
Mm-hmm.
So she was very excited, and like to her own peril, she was very excited about Usher, the Super Bowl performance coming up, right?
Okay,
which has been, just to confirm, but it must have been on Friday. She's at work texting me. And she's like, oh, I'm really looking forward to this Usher halftime show, right?
Mm-hmm.
By midday, she's convinced me to go see Usher live in LA somewhere. It's just escalated. The hype.
That escalated quickly.
Right. So then her afternoon thing was John Wick. The John Wick film series, which I believe there's 4 of,
and that we've all good.
We've never seen them, right?
Oh, you got it. Okay.
And so she got this bee in her bonnet about how we're missing out on this cultural touchstone or something. Like, just so, like, yeah, everyone's seen it. It's really like, and I'm like, but like, people watch it. The main thing they watch it for is for like violent gunplay and fight scenes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, you don't really like violent gunplay and fight scenes.
Okay.
And if that's the main thing they're focusing on, like, I don't think the story's going to be that good. Like, when you take out, like, I think the violent gunplay and fight scenes like pads out the story. Like, that's what makes you sort of go with it. So if you don't like this bit, I don't think you're going to like that bit. So if the main thing people watch the show is for things that you don't enjoy, I would not watch them. And so it was decided that if the John Wick, I think I did actually I did agree to one actually in the end.
You should I think you guys should give the first one a go. I really like them, and I think the story's actually pretty cool.
Okay, but just to make a final point about her like things that she gets into and how they're a bit perilous or might just drop off. When Usher was performing live on stage at the Super Bowl,
Did she cancel plans to go see him in L.A.?
she was at Trader Joe's.
Oh.
So she didn't even see the performance. She's asked me this morning, what was it like? And I'm like, oh, he roller skated. It was awesome. If he roller skates like in his live show as well, bring it on. Because boy, as a young boy, I was treated at my school to a bit of culture, a bit of theatre.
Y'all went to see
Andrew Lloyd Webber's Starlight Express.
Oh, okay.
Do you know about this? They're trains, but they're actually humans on roller skates. And they do perilous roller skating routines through like skateboard half pipe type formations. Well, between singing. Do you think I'm making this up?
I know you're not making it up, but I've never heard. Now I'm going to get real interested in checking something out. Be framing a Starlight Express poster before too long.
Yeah. I was actually in that same, it's the, like where they play the Australian Open. That's where Starlight Express was. And I was there in January and I did comment to someone, I go, I saw Starlight Express here. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Looked bigger when I was little.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you were actually like kind of excited for a Super Bowl halftime show, or do you even track that sort of thing? Fair enough. We can move along. Never mind. Keep it going.
Of all the times to sip a coffee. I thought the Dr. Dre one was pretty sick, though.
I thought that one was sick. I didn't watch it in the moment, but I watched it later, and I thought that one was sick. I think before that, I was stoked for Lady Gaga, but I can't remember one before that.
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, like in Australia, you have to be into, like it's on Monday morning. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, wait, so you got to be into it to even check it out.
Yeah. Oh, they actually had it on one. We must have had a day off or something, and it was on television, and I was like at school, possibly primary school, and it was the one where one of the players, his leg breaks while he's doing a play. And like you saw the bend in slow motion of the leg. So like in the 80s, I guess. And I was like, oh, no, thanks.
That's gnarly. Oof. Yeah, that's not one I'd be trying to tune in for.
I do remember being particularly shocked that they kept playing the game.
Oh, that they didn't just wrap it up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so everyone loves the Bad Batch that's seen it.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't think I'd want 8 at my disposal. It'd feel more like
that's half the season, right?
Yeah, and then it spoils. Yeah. But that's just
like then you don't have anything to look forward to for 5 weeks, like, right? Once the show starts airing, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I'd want 8 either.
But they did. They did. Mm-hmm. Oh, what do you think about this Asajj Ventress?
I think it's cool that she's back. I think it's a little goofy that they're reconfiguring that whole story from what's in the book. Now, I've read that book. It's been a while. I can't remember how she dies in that book, but I remember feeling kind of definite, you know?
Well, doesn't like she has like a full burial under in a swamp or underwater or something.
I kind of remember, like I said, that's one of the few that I read like right around the time it came out, and it's been a while. King Tom's in chat; he could probably give us a quick synopsis.
He's leaning back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The this is my thing. Like, how crucial is it? Like in the end, like how crucial is her being back to the ongoing story?
I guess we're gonna find out, right?
Yeah, it's just this is the expert commentary we look for King Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember, dude. That's my line. Just leave some people dead. Like,
yeah, that's totally fine.
Like just it's like that chess piece is off the board. Like, just work around it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just it's and I know some people like to look back at Star Wars, right? Like, a lot of times you know, like the Phantom Menace or whatever. Oh, the dialogues, I don't like the dialogue. And it's like, well, the dialogue's always been bad, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And does that mean it's like a trope of Star Wars, or it's just always been bad? Like, John, like, is it paying homage, or so like that whole thing of like, well, everyone always comes back in Star Wars, and it's like, well, is that paying homage, or is that just repeating something that's not good?
It doesn't necessarily feel like everybody coming back in Star Wars is like a trope from the beginning, right? Like, it's not like Tarkin comes back, you know, in Empire Strikes Back, or so, you know what I mean? Like, so what was the origin of the everybody comes back in Star Wars?
Well, it does in
More
Star
recently.
Wars. Ben Kenobi comes back.
Well, yeah, as a ghost. Spooky
Yeah, but he
ghost.
still comes back. Like,
That's fair. Okay.
like that's like when you look at like the Rise of Skywalker. There's like 10 characters or something that come back, maybe more.
Oh,
Like,
the Rise of Skywalker is a 2-hour death fake out movie. Like,
and that's ignoring all the voiceovers at the end. But there's just so many. If it's like Force, or even like, you know, Hans, there's so many people that even or got faked out. It's just So, but I just feel like it's just too common. And
I agree.
Is the addition to the story worth the burning of like viewer engagement in the emotion? Like,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like, why should I care
If they
when
kill
someone
off anybody
dies
at this point, right?
Yeah, like for end of Mandalorian season 2, when Luke came, like part of the emotion was that that Grogu and the Mandalorian are going to be separated for all this time now, like John. And now when I watch it, I don't have that emotion, because I know that doesn't, like, they're back together episodes later, seemingly.
Right.
But Arrow Chick says it started with Maul.
Now, see, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, the most
What about
recent.
What about Boba Fett? That was before the Phantom Menace.
Well, he came back in the books and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like, that feels weirdly separate nowadays. But like, Maul is a big one, because that's a death that is seeming very definitive in the movie. He's cut in half, right? And then now we know that in between episode 2 and 3, Maul was just all over the place. Everybody kept running into him. It's a cool story, though. I think that one actually does pay off pretty well.
That one took me a while.
Like, I remember being very hesitant about it, because they teased it before they actually did it.
like, I don't think I even, like, maybe not until was it the 7th season of the Clone Wars, like the Corey's one, Corey's like premonition. Yeah, it wasn't until the other times I was just like, well, yeah, it's sort of goofy. Like, I just never like could click in with it, and like the spider leg, that whole, it just seemed a bit fantastic for me.
It certainly does, and I still don't know how that man. I mean, I still don't know how that man survives post getting cut in half. There just seems to be some vital systems that he can't access anymore.
Yeah, and I don't know. Sometimes, like in something like Star Wars, I feel like death, like it grounds it, because everything's like there's so many powers, and do you know what I mean? And like, you know, the powers aren't real, so the climax is sort of vague to the situation. Like, yeah, the end of a Marvel film where it's like, oh, you won. Why didn't you do that at the start? I don't know. But
hold on. Can I just pause real quick? Was that so? Did you have a specific Marvel character in mind that you were just emulating?
All of them at the end is.
To me, I was like, wow, Steele's auditioning for Iron Man, and it kind of works.
Well, that's a great pun on my name, Hawes. Turbo says Maul returning was George's idea. Then he made it Filoni's problem to figure out how to make it happen.
Oh, we know whose idea it was.
Guy's a lunatic.
That's why I love him, though. He's a madman.
McClunky. What madness.
Just one last thing out the door.
Like he's at this noodle bar, lulling us into submission, but he's just playing this like 24 pi D chess, dropping the McClunky in there. Yeah, so I just think, like, either think harder before you kill these people.
Oh, well, so if you want my honest opinion, they never thought, like, they did that book thinking we're not going to do any more Clone Wars. There's certainly not going to be any, stories that precede Clone Wars or come after Clone Wars in animation. So yeah, I mean, like, I think they probably could have sat down and thought about it and decided, well, why kill her off when she can show up somewhere down the line? It's a really good book. Like, I remember that being one that I actually really enjoyed, so it's kind of a bummer. Now, I know when they showed her in the trailer, they mentioned that they do acknowledge the book and brought her back with that in mind, so we'll see. She's going to be a clone. She's Asajj.
I don't know. Coming back from the dead is now currently my biggest fear in Star Wars.
Okay.
Because of all those tombs or whatever that got dragged onto the ship in Ahsoka. Like,
there's some dead folks on there.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to go. Like, that's a pretty big if they do it right for me. Because
I guess we got to see.
I saw some people come back from the dead in the finale of Ahsoka, and they did not do it right. IMO, Hawes.
IMO. Oh,
in my
your opinion. Okay. All right.
What else have we got? Oh, here's a little video for the next bit of a little bit of toy news, Hawes.
Ooh, toy news? I might not even know about this.
Pretty older toy news. Have you seen this?
No! They're doing an E-Wing?
Holy crap.
That's sick.
I better go full screen.
Dude, I'm getting this. An E-Wing? That's sick.
We better listen in.
Outside of the expanded universe. It's in canon, and we've got a great look.
I think that music might do something to us. So it looks insane.
It looks so sick. I'm getting this immediately. I had no idea they were doing this.
Well, how could you?
Dark Empire. Look at it. Who would have thought?
I bring this up
It's so sick.
to ask, why would you not have this out when the show's out and the ship's on the show and people are the most excited? The most amount of people are the most excited and thus would be most prompted to spend their money on an item.
Yeah, because otherwise, you know who you get? Dudes like me that are like, they're doing an E-Wing? I don't care when it comes out.
My house is full of stuff and I want to make it more full. Ah!
That's what I'm doing. Shelving. It's going to be nicely displayed. All right. That's the
It's
plan.
the actual the toy is like exquisite. I'm not sure how much it is.
I bet you it's $100 to $150 if I had to guess.
I got a feeling it's 100.
Mm-hmm. I want to say
you have to buy it. You have to buy it on Hasbro Pulse, Hawes.
Okay, that's good to know. When's it set to come out?
Whew. I don't know.
4 years from now.
Where's they don't have a link. Can you not put links in? Wait there. Oh, Hawes is typing.
Yeah, I said I can't take Hasbro Pulse. Here it goes.
Okay,
$100, $99.99.
Yeah, it's I don't know the way how they don't line these up is
it's weird.
Like they can't be doing it for secrecy. They can't be.
Yeah. Well, I see the
because like to be honest, if I'm going to put my Sci-Hap implant in here, Hawes.
Okay, let's do this.
If it is done for secrecy, like for one, like they just announced it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have not read any articles about leaked E-Wing image or like, do you know what I mean? Like, so it didn't leak.
Mm-mm.
Because even if it did leak, even though everyone knows it's in the show, like, you know, people would like to see the mock-up of the toy. I know, remember during The Force Awakens, getting those unpainted, like characters next to Chewbacca?
Christmas morning, or you're talking about waking up and they're being like, oh, Force Awakens figures leaked. And I said, I'm looking at those. I am looking at those.
Was it literally Christmas morning, or you're just using those?
No, it was like Chris. Yeah, it was like.
Oh, okay. So I was like, what a time to drop that,
right?
But yeah, I don't know. Is this like, is it for? If it is for secrecy, it's so misguided. Because I was going to turn on my Sci-Hap implant, and for free, and say, like, if it did leak. Like before the series came out, like probably positive buzz.
I know I would have been like, they're doing E-Wings.
Probably do the show more good than harm.
I would say, that's not something that needs to be kept secret. You know,
you would probably, in the end, it's a butterfly effect, but probably make more money, have more intense, you know, just slightly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it only be a positive. But the images never leak, so that can't be a thing. So the other thing is it just like, well, I guess the third thing is that they just don't realize that people spend more money during the actual media, which I just like.
It's hard to imagine they can't realize
that. That said, Hawes, Bob Iger was quoted in the last week.
Being
saying
like,
he's
can't
noticed
how much video games kids play these days. I saw that.
Kids are playing video games.
Yeah.
I did jest that next week he'll announce that they're going to license character toys.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and that E-Wing, it's not set to come out until December 1st of this year. So it's not like you order it now and you get it. It's still, basically a year away.
Well, it makes no difference.
It
Because
doesn't,
like if you get it you got the same amount of I would say if you're going to do it at a random time, Josh Chapman, Disney just I can't even. Disney just dropped $4 billion on Pong.
They're about to do a Atari extended universe. Pong,
the Pongiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you are just going to do it at a random time and that's the amount of lead time you need, then it's actually well timed because people can, this will be my Christmas present.
Right. Yeah. Now Billy brings up a good point. Like that, where it really, I think, hits and makes the least amount of sense is stuff like this. It's like Leia's little robot from Obi-Wan. If they sold that at Celebration, I definitely would have bought one. But now I see it in Target and just walk by. If I had was it Lola? Was that the name of the little droid? If there was a Lola on the shelf while that show was airing, I absolutely would have gotten one. It would have been the Sphero BB-8 of the season.
Yeah, because you're buzzing. And the new little cute thing, like, during Ahsoka, if you gave me like the little turtle character, I'd be like, I'm in Target and it is here.
Little
he
turtle
was
guy.
Cute.
Little turtle guy with my vehicle.
It's my second favorite animal behind the cats.
Cat. Okay. All right.
So Harry actually very cutely always finds the turtle display in Petco and goes, "Look, Daddy, it's your favorites."
That's cool.
It's
I have a feeling you guys might have a pet turtle in your future at some point.
Yeah.
I had a pet turtle when I was a kid.
I'm happy to go without. Like I don't know if we're cut out for pet turtle ownership. They seem very delicate.
Fair enough.
But and I don't know if I'm ready to form yet. I'm ready to like clean up yet another life form's feces as a regular thing.
Big thing.
Yeah, I've already got a couple going, so can only take it so far, Hawes.
I hear you, buddy.
Josh says Hasbro can't even get a Celebration exclusive in stock for Celebration. With that, I just think it's like, we had to do it one year and it was easier. So let's just do it easier.
I don't
without the actual
because it's so fun. Yeah,
well, it's like with this Phantom Menace. It's actually the next little thing. The Phantom Menace re-release. It's like I was thinking, like, I'm definitely going to go.
Oh yeah, me too.
But if someone said, you can just watch it by yourself in a cinema, I'd be like, I don't know. It's like it's more the experience and the fun with the other people that is the intrinsic like special something that is that's like sizzle. I'm definitely going on the week it's on because like that's some limited time fun and that's like a similar thing with actually having the toys at Celebration or like having the toys like during or prior to the series. But I don't know, but like that's the thing. The other option is that they're just like really unorganized, and like that seems to be like when you look at like the movies and like all the changes, it's
kind of makes sense because
it all fits in.
Marvel Legends does not have problems having product out when there's Marvel stuff. They get the G.I. Joe stuff out, but there's not like a tie-in either, so that is a little different. It's a big year for me for things I am acutely interested in re-releasing in the theaters because in a couple of weeks they're putting a Final Fantasy movie back in the theaters to hype up for the new game, and I've already got a ticket and I'm going. I am so excited.
So is that animated?
Yeah, CG animated.
Oh, okay. Have they ever done a real person one?
No, that makes me nervous.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know, man. I don't know how you would pull off that stuff in live action.
Have you heard of Mr. John Favreau?
Oh, I have. I have heard of him. And look, love the dude. Please don't do a movie of Final Fantasy VII, John Favreau. I think we might want to. Maybe that guy that just directed the new Godzilla movie could direct the new Final Fantasy movie if they ever did it.
I haven't seen that. I hear it's like the best one and really good and all that good stuff.
I watched it and it is phenomenal. It's really good.
All right. I sort of want to watch it out of curiosity of how one can be really good. Because it just doesn't really interest me that much. So I'm just like, oh, what's a really good one? I've seen some really bad ones.
Yeah.
Remember that the one where Puff Daddy did the theme song for?
Oh, with Matthew Broderick?
Yeah, like the film wasn't that good, but Puff Daddy's film clip. Oh my god. Dow wow 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 wow. Oh, in the rain.
And the
Dun,
well,
dun,
I don't
dun,
know.
dun,
I guess
dun.
you guys there were some really good fast food tie-ins with Taco Bell in that movie at the time.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, we used to miss out on so much. Like I remember Pizza Hut had the special boxes for Star Wars Special Edition, and like the thing that made the pizza box not hit the pizza, which I don't even know if Australian pizza places had them yet, like just as a device, like as an invention. But the fact that there was like a Millennium Falcon one or something, I was just like, America. And now I'm here freezing my ass off.
Yeah, and there's no Star Wars Pizza Hut to be had. I remember one time riding with my mom to pick up a pizza at a Pizza Hut, and she came out with a X-Men animated series VHS that she got for getting the pizza. And I was like, this is one of the best days of my life.
We got we bought a 3-pack of BASF, I believe the brand was, VHS tapes from Maya Frankston, and we got a VHS copy of The Last Starfighter.
Oh, okay.
Attached. So that's something. Just wait there for 2 secs.
There used to be
I've got a reply to a very important text.
I'll vamp. VHS promotions used to be.
Do you not get the reference?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about the Blue Harvest podcast from this week, and I had Will vamp, and now I'm doing you the buddy vamp.
The way you said very, you should have just said, I just got a reply to a text, but because you said very important, it was like
it made it sound bad. Yeah, I know. I'm weird. I'm an odd man. I used to love a VHS promotion. There was one time when you could get a VHS with your McDonald's order, but it was nothing I was interested in. It was like Dancing with Wolves was one of them, and like maybe a couple. It was around Christmas time. I feel like the other movies were kind of Christmas themed, but I remember giving away VHSs, in the latter years of VHS's run.
Well, I'm not sure if America got this, and I'm praying that they didn't. So it's like a we win situation. But towards the end of VHS, McDonald's Australia had an Indiana Jones VHS with meal or something.
I feel like they might have done that over here too.
Damn it!
You know what? I feel like, because I remember, do you remember when they re-released Young Indiana Jones on VHS and they put them in chronological order? So on the side of each tape, it had the order it was in the series, and it ended with the movies. Like the movies had their own number and stuff.
No, but I appreciate it. I like a good spine.
Me too.
Collabo.
All right, Indiana Jones VHS McDonald's. There's a commercial. $7.95 each. Yep.
I do remember those. I remember seeing, they just give like What? They're just giving them away.
Yeah.
Where's the profit margin?
1991, which I guess would have probably been around the time Last Crusade was hitting VHS, maybe? Maybe not. That seems a little late for that, actually.
Yeah, no, it was after, like, no one was buying them anymore.
Right, yeah.
Because, like, you wouldn't, because you got all three over several weeks or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so you wouldn't have the $7.99 if it had just come out. It would be
$30
like,
or whatever.
Yeah. 80, 90. So yeah, Phantom Menace re-release. This was all teased with the Empire magazine article with the "Hello There" tease, which you guys talked about it on Blue Harvest last week, the day of the "Hello There" tease. So, like, for everyone that's not over it, Empire magazine tweeted out in the Star Wars blue font on black star background, "Hello There," and that was like, maybe it said something coming tomorrow or something. And you recorded that eve, and you were set to, you dare to dream, Hawes Burkhart.
I like to dream big, Steel.
What were some of your guesses? Let's review in.
I mean, the one guess was the one everybody was going with, which was some sort of announcement of a second season of Obi-Wan, right? That was the most popular one I saw.
Now, with that one, I'm going to review fan expectation. This is, I like grading things.
Okay.
Like, that one is just so highly unlikely that they'd announce it
in a
that way. Right? But then you like, you got to think, well, what a sort of foolhardy tease, given that, like, if you tease something using Obi-Wan Kenobi,
that's where people
and like the fan base is waiting to find out if there's a new one or not, and you know, Ewan McGregor's like, I'm waiting for him to call, like, which whenever they say, you know, I haven't got the call yet, it's like, oh,
so you definitely got the call.
No, I think it's like passive aggressive, like, well, if they called, but like, because like he wants to do it,
yeah,
but yeah, that's a big if they do it right. I like, they'd really have to turn the volume down. I would like to keep the integrity of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, that's like, I would love for them to do another one because I like the first one so much, but I really want to know what the idea is for a second one because it kind of seemed like they did it all in the first one. You know what I mean? It can't be another rematch with him and Vader. It just can't be.
Maul.
Oh, bring him back again. Well, no, because that would be
you can have a fly wings this time or something. Imagine him flying around. So imagine that, right? Phantom Menace, right? Instead of getting cut in half, he gets cut in half like down the middle. So like the front of him's there, but the back of him's gone. And instead of getting spider legs, he gets a flyback, a robot flyback. And he's like, and then he can flutter around as he like lightsabers.
If they do Maul, like, so that would mean Obi-Wan and Maul meet before they meet in Rebel. Like, yeah, man, it'd get real complicated. And then who's going to play Maul? None of the options are great.
But we also have to be strategic in our worries, Hawes. Because, like, you know, like, it's Star Wars fans' true biggest fear is nothing's going to get released. So it's like,
well, it's something. Let's go along for the ride.
No, but even like, well, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to like Like on the Disney list where it's got like untitled Star Wars film, I read it as uncancelled Star Wars film. Because it's just like, whatever one we're not cancelled.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there, you crazy kid.
Could be Boba. Nathan Roberts said could be Boba Fett.
The it's Nathan. It's a very sensitive topic. You've hit
You
upon
got me.
there. But anyway, so Empire's got this 25th anniversary Phantom Menace retrospective with interviews with like Natalie Portman and Hayden and the whole squad. Sans Jake Lloyd, who's, you know, hasn't had a good time and is wisely sort of out of public view. Or, you know, just like, because that was his whole thing. It was just like, it just made him so paranoid. Everyone always looking at him, I think. But anyway, so they did this tease, and it was a 25th anniversary retro, which, like, it's cool. I've read cool things, and I've seen cool photos, but it's just like it just seems, I don't know. It's just like, it doesn't really matter. It's only 24 hours, but it's just like inept.
I'll say this, like, I don't know why I didn't think to myself, oh, it's the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace this year. That's what they're referring to. If I had put that together, I might have not gotten so hyped on the things that were never going to happen.
But we just did the 20th. And obviously it's 5 years ago, so but time flies. But yeah, it doesn't, like, I don't know if my enthusiasm's ready to rev up every 5 years. Like, I'm down to go see the film, but I'm not going to get a big wave of like, oh, it's the 25th year.
Right. I would imagine, you know, if this goes over well, I'd imagine we'll probably be seeing these for the next 6 years, maybe, you know, because the 25th of Attack of the Clones will be in 3 years, and then Revenge of the Sith 3 years from that.
Yeah, bring it on. Like,
yeah,
if you're going to show it for a week or whatever, a limited run, it's like, you know, do it on Star Wars Day week and do, you know, one a year, and, you know, just to get that, as I was saying, that buzz, that communal buzz, even though it's a film you've seen. And it's sometimes it's so fun. You just hear people laugh at stuff that you'd never think of.
Yeah.
I remember, right, it was a Return of the Jedi Special Edition. What was that, like 96 or something like that?
96 or 97? I think it's 96.
Actually, I reckon it might be 97, just based on when I think of what job I had. But anyway, it's neither here or there. But in the premiere, which, yeah, it was a midnight premiere, Star Walking Inc. in the city, and there's a scene with the Emperor and Darth Vader, and they're talking about Luke Skywalker, and Darth Vader says, "I have felt him." And then all these people start laughing. And then the Emperor says, "Strange that I have not." And then they start laughing again. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never even...
You've never put it together like that?
No.
I have a similar, it was from going to see...
It says more about them than me, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dirty minds.
Bastards. I remember going to see A New Hope, the special edition of A New Hope, and you know when the Jawa jumps out and shoots R2 with the ion cannon and he jumps over? I remember people laughing at that and going like, "Guys, that's not funny. They just shot R2-D2 with an ion cannon. Don't y'all know what that means?"
I don't reckon that's that funny either, to be honest.
Yeah. I was like, why are you laughing at him? Man's having a hard day.
Yeah, when anything happens to R2, it's quite brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Except in Revenge of the Sith. because he just had too many tricks. Like, you know, he's getting bashed around the ship, and I was just like, you're killing me, R2.
He's like a Swiss Army knife. He's got all kinds of attachments.
The way they clowned on those super battle droids, it was like, oh, well, you've ruined them now. Like they're like built up heelish persona is just, you know, they're kooks now. So what's the deal with this Phantom Menace thing? Like, is everyone going to get to see this? Like, do you have concerns it's going to show in your area?
I haven't looked to see.
I live in Hollywood, California, the home of show business, Hawes. I don't have to sweat nothing.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes here. I would imagine it would.
Oh, so you haven't looked it up or anything?
Not yet. I was stinking from it not being an Obi-Wan season 2 announcement. I'm just kidding. I will say that poster that the artist made for the cover is real good. I also like the subscriber cover that's all the Phantom Menace toys.
Love the subscriber cover.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like the poster.
Okay, fair enough.
Like nothing with the capturing of the images. I just didn't think it was very dynamic. It was very sort of stagnant. Like, yeah, I don't know. It didn't click with me. So, wait there. Let's. I think. What do you think would be? I think if they laced in the announcement it's coming back to theaters with the announcement that they're doing the 25th anniversary, I reckon that could have because you're doing a double punch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like two things. Like, you thought this crazy thing, and like, again, to like reaffirm, you're nuts.
Oh, I know.
But it's not your fault you're nuts. You've been turned crazy by the media and Lucasfilm Limited.
And psyops like steel.
I'm just toying with you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm there very dastardly. But I'm just on the dun, 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 dun. This is the thing, right?
Okay.
I'm turning off my PSYOP chip here firmly. Do you think it's weird, like, that you announce this and you announce like no other release details? Like the entire planet is reading this, and it's just like, stay tuned to StarWars.com for more on the Phantom Menace's 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Is that normal? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, in other things, yeah, I don't know.
Well, what else would, like, I've seen some people saying what Josh Chapman is saying in chat, put a Star Wars show trailer before it just for old time's sake. That would be sick. And honestly, I think Acolyte would kind of make a little sense. It's a prequel to the prequel.
All right, on that,
mm-hmm.
I have seen that pitched on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
They've got that, like, an Acolyte trailer just getting dusty, yeah, from Celebration.
Right, yeah.
Like, what's the cost of not putting that at the start? Like, do you know what I mean?
Like I feel
like, why bother not doing it?
Right, even like if it's not exactly. Like, but like, why? So even if it wasn't a trailer, if you just had like a making of thing that kind of explains Acolyte and where it takes place in the timeline and how it's a prequel to, you know, all that, like, I think that would be something exciting too.
Yeah, because all that gibberish from like the Acolyte Star Wars gallery,
Mm-hmm.
like after the fact, it's so less exciting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like
Because a lot of
once
time
the
they
shit-
also, like, you know, to my cynical side, like they also seem sometimes full of shit.
little bit. Hey, did they ever? Did I miss it, or have they put a making of Ahsoka thing up yet? They haven't, had they?
There's something. There's an Ahsoka mask show.
An Ahsoka mask show?
I think it was no, it's like a headdress, like, you know, it's like a, if you had an
Oh,
Ahsoka
I
mask.
see. Like the
Like, I feel like that was the
image.
lead in. Yeah, I feel like that documentary was like the
Getting
sizzle.
ready for Ahsoka.
Yeah. Joe Martinez says, I wonder if it's like Rogue One and they don't want to release a trailer that may have a bunch of scenes not in the show anymore. I don't think they care.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like when they put them in there, sorry, I just got an important text message.
No problem.
Just put it in there. Like, it doesn't matter. Do anything to make it like a little bit different and a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
And yeah, bang it on. We'll jump to the Acolyte. Where are we at? Oh, actually, before we do that, well, I've just got this screen open. Disney and Epic Games to create expansive and open games for entertainment universe connected to Fortnite. We talked about Bob Iger's quote about discovering video games. Like, this is just so whatever to me. How important is this to your world, Hawes?
I'm excited about it, but I can't get very really excited about it until I know exactly what they're doing, because the press release is a lot of like corporate speak. So I'm very cautiously excited about it because I'm a sucker for some Star Wars Fortnite skins. So
And so with the skin, do you get like additional Star Wars powers? Like,
no, so it's all cosmetic because they don't want it to be.
It changes nothing about the gameplay.
Nope. But
how do you care?
Because it's cool. I get to look like Boba Fett or Rey or Obi-Wan.
But you don't have a jetpack or a lightsaber?
Sometimes you can't. So that's the cool thing about Fortnite is they have limited time events where they might have a Star Wars event for a month where there are lightsabers and force powers scattered across the map. And that is awesome. And they do it for other stuff too. They do it for like a lot of anime, and they had an Indiana Jones event one time.
Could you get a whip?
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind that.
I have an
Don't
Indiana
mind
Jones.
that at all.
I have an Indiana Jones skin, and his glider, you know, in Temple of Doom when they jump out of the plane with the survival raft. That's what his glider is. It's sick. It's so good.
God, that survival raft thing's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So anyways, Collider's saying that the Star Wars The Acolyte sets summer 2024 release window.
Okay.
Exclusive in brackets.
Well,
should we not talk about it?
I don't care. I'm fine to talk about it.
Right, I'll just liquid paper my screen that word off.
Mm-hmm. I would say it seems makes sense to me. If they're doing 2 live action shows this year, I would assume one in summer, one in fall.
Yeah, summer's a long time away.
Yeah, but you got to think we're going to have Bad Batch until the first week in May, right? Then there's the Phantom Menace re-release, and then summer, I think, officially starts like mid-June. So,
all right, fine, have it then. So the release schedule, I guess it's all been sort of, it's like Skeleton Crew once and actually officially announced that it was coming out before this?
Yeah, I think there were
Like at one time.
It was going to be out that like the initial. They never gave it a specific date, but they said 2023.
Got you. Okay.
And it looks like it could have gotten delayed essentially.
And so at the moment, officially, they're both coming out this year.
Mm-hmm.
But they've not officially said when or in what order.
That is correct. I was initially thinking we would see Skeleton Crew first because it was supposed to come out before Acolyte, originally. So, but that doesn't seem like it's the case.
I would guess that strategically, Acolyte's probably better to bring out first.
Probably, I think
because, it's like Ahsoka would sort of more, I don't know, like more sort of not. What am I wording? Am I sort of looking for? I guess, like skewing a bit younger with like Ahsoka, and then maybe like the Acolytes are older, and then you've got the younger again, which is further down younger from what we know from Ahsoka again. So it's a good graph of dun, 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 dun. But my hopes are very high for this.
Me too.
Like Skeleton Crew, it's more just like, I'll watch it and it'll probably be like I'm just in the middle. So I am set for a huge if it is good, I'll be beyond thrilled. But I'm pretty just.
That's how I kind of feel about Skeleton Crew, but also a little excited because we know so little about it overall. Like I think with all the High Republic stuff, Acolyte, even not knowing exactly, but you might know a little more of what you would be in store for. Skeleton Crew just seems unknown besides Jude Law being in it.
Yeah, like I don't know, like sort of apart from it being in Star Wars, I've sort of seen nothing that like to watch it for.
Sean Watts, the guy that did the 3 most recent Spider-Man movies, the fact that he's involved with it has me kind of excited because I love those movies.
All right. They were good web spinning and all that. I did come up with something before when I was looking for something for Andor for some reason. And no. I was deleting things off the live stream, like old pictures and stuff to like free some clutter. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I've ever noticed this guy before in the greatest or one of the greatest scenes in the greatest episode of television ever. This dude.
Man, he's having a good time. Oof.
He is feeling the vibe. So if you're listening to the podcast, this is Kino realizing he can't swim in Andor. And there's a guy behind him.
Doing his best Robert De Niro impression.
So I did a little memeified caption Hawes of it.
Nice. Did you put this together while we were waiting to get going?
No, sort of, but not really. In that time frame, while we're texting probably.
It's still, though, excellent work.
Thank you. So, if you're on the podcast, I did a silly meme, which I will tweet out. So there you go. I'm taking longer to explain that I'm not going to explain it than actually explaining it. It's very tragic. I'm caught in a loop. Help me, Hawes. Help me. Get me out of this.
What's the next piece on the agenda after Acolyte may be coming.
Oh,
Oh my lord,
feels
it's
much
gone
better.
off the rails.
Sorry. Ah, I just have to bring this up because it's so funny. Like, there's a line in it that's so funny that I can't. Like, it's just a waste to not bring it up. I know on your podcast you didn't really want to talk about it too much, but
Oh my lord. Oh no, I'm fine to talk about it with you. Yeah, oh my, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
do you know what I'm talking? I don't think I don't want to. No, don't guess because it might not be what I'm going to say.
It is what, because I think I sent you the image.
Ah, yes, spot on, spot on. Gina Carano suing Lucasfilm. Is it really that she's trying to get her job back? Is that like really?
So that's part of it. She wants to have her casting reinstated, and how awkward would that be the first day back to work?
Well, what about the second day? The it would seem to me that if you were going to sue, because she's asking for $75,000 and her job back. Don't worry about the job back bit. That's like, it's not going to work out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go for $500,000. Do you know what I mean? It just seems so much smarter. Like the 75 is just like, it's almost because it's 75. It's like, oh, you can't even take that seriously.
Right. I didn't realize that was the amount, like the dollar amount she was suing for.
And it sounds like, because it said in the thing that she got paid $25,000 an episode. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is fascinating. Like, because I always wonder, like, how much money do people get for doing this? So it's like, you've got to put me in the next season and pay me for the 3 episodes I missed. Like, it's. But anyway, it is so funny. Hawes sent me this caption, this bit he highlighted for me, and it says, "Oh, it's not very big on my screen. Wait there.
You want me to read it? Because it's big on mine.
Okay, go for it."
Carano was terminated from her role as swiftly as her character's peaceful home planet of Alderaan had been destroyed by the Death Star in an earlier Star Wars film.
Now, I need to point out, this isn't like the deadline article, like trying to, like, this is in the court filing.
Yes.
Like, using like pop culture references from the franchise you're suing, it's
a good look. It's a good look.
It's pretty wild. But yeah, good luck. This is what I'm interested in with her, right? How's she doing all the blocking? Is it manual? Has she got, can you buy a program that just blocks anyone that, because then you also have to, like, that wouldn't work either, because like you can't just block everyone that mentions you, because right, you'll be blocking people that that lick your boots. So is she got like a team? Is she doing it
she might have someone helping her with it, but it also seems like she's got plenty of free time to just do it herself.
I'm interested in that.
I would love to know.
That's all I've got on my list. Is there anything else, Hawes?
Not that I can think of, buddy. I think we went through it all.
All right, sweet. Well, it was good to get out of the way. Now that I'm back from Australia. I went to Chicago as well.
How was that, being back in Chicago?
I did go. Oh, I should go to the old haunted hotel. Mm-hmm. Like, because I had so much. Like, it was just like every minute I was in there was so. Oh, actually, there was about 5 minutes that weren't that fun. But apart from that, but then I was just like, wait, there's nothing there.
Yeah, like why? You just be there and people that are staying at the hotel.
Oh my God. Sal says that Liz printed out the whole motion, and Liz just would have had a field day.
I would love to know what her opinion is on
the
that.
Sharp legal mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I did go to, which this was never. Maybe it wasn't there then, right?
Mm-hmm.
International McDonald's Hawes.
What?
What?
Is that what I think it is? Where you can go to a McDonald's and they have all the weird stuff that they don't have on the U.S. menu?
They've got a selected, like a little curated selection of unavailable McDonald's foods from around the world that apparently rotate in and out.
I'm jealous. What'd you get? I have to know what you guys got now.
Oh my God. It's your face, Hawes.
That fascinates me. Those items you can't get over here.
Well, I've got this new technology that can look into the future.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Here's Hawes out the front of International McDonald's.
We gotta go inside. I'm just too excited.
I would be even more excited than that.
Hey, anyone watching this who uses StreamYard, is there a setting that I can not make it fade out towards the end of the quote? Because it's so annoying.
Oh, I don't know.
No, but do you notice how it sort of fades out?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a hard out?
Right.
I guess I could just add on an extra second but I'm not going to go back in time. I don't have that. That extra second has been deleted, Hawes.
You'd have to find the original video and get it again.
You think you've got problems? Take a look.
Sorry, I just remembered all those video things. They're too good.
Man, I wonder what he's up to now.
Rick.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what he's up to. He should start vlogging.
If Rick McCollum started a YouTube channel, and he's like, "What's up, subscribers? Today I'm going to Prague."
Oh, I remember my days there with Liam.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of having a vlog, I see The Undertaker now has a YouTube channel. And so he was like reviewing some wrestling thing, and he's got like the Undertaker version of the excited YouTube face. It's just like, oh, bro, you look so whack.
That man had to, like, was he just bad with money? Like,
no, exceptional.
Then
he made so much money.
Then what's the deal? What's he do? Maybe he just
wants to make more and more. He's had a divorce, so
yeah, that probably drained the funds a little bit. Mrs. Undertaker not around anymore.
Oh, he's got a new taker.
Okay.
And he had her name on his neck, Sarah.
Well,
just the SARA version, and then divorced. And then he married Michelle McCool, also a wrestler.
He's gonna have to get some extra room on his neck. Then that's a lot longer than Sarah.
Imagine if he got McCool on his neck.
Yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
He looked pretty McCool in the thumbnail. Wait, we've got the technology. I'll
have to see it.
I'll see. I hope it's as bad as I remember. Undertaker YouTube.
I saw a really nice Steve Austin post about his cat the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've hit the Undertaker. Oh wait, is it? Oh no, it says the official Undertaker channel. Did he change it? No, his channel thing is the Undertaker 3360. Like,
oh, that's
odd.
Big boomer energy.
What is that? What's 3360?
I don't know. Maybe his birthday is March 3rd, 1960.
Oh, got you. I thought it might have been like, I just gave, yeah. I don't know if this is the original. This isn't him. I think I've been suckered. I think just because it said the official channel, I thought it was the official channel. This has ended up like quite embarrassing.
Oh, as Sean Hoffman says, Stone Cold and Poncho is some of the best content on the internet, and I agreed. That's his cat's name, Poncho.
Ah, okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yo, vindication. Vindication. Oh my God. Oh, I'm just too excited. God, I love being right. It's the best. Wait, I gotta get on this one.
6 Feet Under, episode 1.
No, don't.
He looks like he's on the toilet.
And he's got a ye olde microphone.
He does, and I bet he doesn't. That straight up looks like ye olde microphone PNG. Sure it is, because he's not even using one of those mics. I like to think that he did that thumbnail himself. I know he did. You know what I mean? But I like to think that he did.
You reckon he's like texting Kane? Like, how do you get that effect? Like, you know. So he's got a podcast, 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway. Let's see how it's.
Hey, 171K subscribers.
Well, what is The Undertaker?
All right. His thumbnail. He looks like he was on that show, Scared Straight. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Where they take the kids to prison?
Oh, yeah. What about that one, like 60 days, where just normal people go to prison for? Like, it's like, what are you doing?
Not my idea of a.
I saw ads for it when I'm like watching the cable TV at my mum and dad's house.
Wait a second.
Are you going to say what I'm going to say? I'll let you go.
My Mount Rushmore of the little dudes.
That wasn't what I saw. I was just laughing that the Undertaker, the Phenom, has a Patreon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's his big thing. I've noticed. He does like my Mount Rushmore of. Oh, and do you know how like I don't think the Undertaker is my type of dude. If you get what I mean.
Okay.
And he did. I watched a couple months ago, and he was doing Mount Rushmore of under 6 footers or something. And he mentions Chris Benoit, right? And talks about what a great wrestler he is, and just doesn't mention like anything else about him. Like, doesn't just say like at the start, like ignoring what happened. That was like, but you know, as a like just mentions that like nothing happened. And I was just like, whoa, bro.
I have come to find out that most people involved with wrestling are not my type of dude. You know what I mean? It seems.
No, there's a lot of good ones, but
I'm sure there are.
If you want to be a bad one,
the kind that want to cock a duty on somebody's head.
Man, if you want to be a bad one, that
seems pretty easy.
Good environment. All right. Well, that was I don't know where that went off. I just love the thumbnail.
Buddy, so what we should do, I this just came to me for the 30th or 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. We gotta have a stream where we watch the MTV Live from Skywalker Ranch special.
Oh, that's a way better idea than what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, what'd you think I was going to say?
I think like, live stream from the cinema together.
Well,
we both try to synchronize.
Phones.
Oh no! When we watch it.
Oh right. And
like we have to
starts at the same time.
We have to like get the theater managers to like, all right,
now
he's doing like a live commentary with audience.
That MTV, I watch it maybe once a year. It is such a time capsule.
All right, I'm definitely.
It's on. It's all on YouTube.
I'm not going to watch it now.
Right? No.
So I'm going to say
we don't have time.
And so, Is that where like Limp Biscuits at Skywalker Ranch and
Korn
stuff?
and they're interviewing the lead singer of Korn, and he's all awkward, and they're like, "Who's your favorite Star Wars character?" And he goes, "Boba Fett. Who else would it be?" 1999, 16-year-old Hawes was like, "That's why you're my dude."
Dude, that just sounds like all he needed to make that just the triumphant was if he was like patting a stray raccoon. Wow.
And the guy that's interviewing him, it's really weird. He goes, "Yeah, there's rumors that Boba Fett's going to be a big part of the next one." And he's like, "Oh, I can't wait."
The I just can't imagine you that day. I don't think you like looking back, right, with the sharp cynicism of adulthood. Like now, you're just like, mate, you don't know how good you had it. You should have enjoyed it more.
I enjoyed it a lot, and I should have enjoyed it more. Ooh, what a time!
That was my thing when they started, like they brought out the special edition, and I'm like, this is it. So I've got to buy all the, and it almost killed me. That first week of just being in the cinema, just like, there's only so many times a week you can see a film you've already seen 100 times.
I know, man.
And it's less than 12. I got to tell you.
Yeah. That whole period, like special editions into Shadows of the Empire, into prequels. Oh, MTV specials about the Phantom Menace. Matt Pinfield. You remember Matt Pinfield? He's my favorite VJ. Bald guy. He hosted 120 Minutes.
Oh, vaguely. What a time to be alive. All right, we'll do that for sure. But next week we should do the
podcast.
Yeah. I just need to get this out. I'd like to blame Corey, if you don't mind.
Please. He's a
because I normally do the news things with him, and I was caught in a flux because I was like, Corey's like busy, and then I was like, I could just do like ones. I was thinking about doing ones every day, like little ones, right? Then I was like, well, there's too much because I haven't done one for a while. There's too much news. And if I do that by myself, I'll be like, I'll go mental. Trapped in a live YouTube podcast vortex. But hey, if anyone I don't know if it's still going, but God, it jumped from last time I looked at the time, it was like 47, I'm sure. I feel like we did an hour not on Star Wars.
Oh, for sure.
No, at the end though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, say you go.
I was just gonna say, you were saying if anyone.
Was watching on Instagram just to let me know, like I have no idea what's happening. But enjoy that on the gram. But yeah, clearly this episode's gone on
long enough.
Fair enough.
So, Hawes, Blue Harvest, recording at the end of the week. Who knows what may or may not happen in Star Wars, or what we'll find out what may or may not happen in Star Wars. There may be stuff now that is now not happening by the time Hawes podcasts, and vice versa. Tell the good people of the internet all about it.
Blue Harvest, wherever you listen to podcasts. I also do High Potion with my buddy Steve. It's a video game podcast. Also on all the places you listen to podcasts. Oh, and I'm going to be doing a 17-hour, or not 17, 72-hour straight stream starting February 28th at 11 p.m. Central on Twitch. 72 hours straight. Not really.
How long are you doing the stream for, Hawes?
I don't until I get tired and go night. But it'll be starting at 11 p.m. Central. I was just trying to mess with.
Well, I am messed with.
Yeah.
I reckon 3 hours. We should.
Yeah, maybe 3 to 7. the first night. I'm very excited for that game. Still, 3 hours seems too short.
May that force be with you. Thanks for watching and listening and all that good stuff. And yeah. Don't make me ring your mum, Hawes.
I won't. You might want to, and it still says you're live.
That's the bit.
Oh, fair. I'm an idiot. Oh,
Perfect.